Hello, hello. I can hear you. I can't hear you. Can somebody
Oh,
confirm
you can
if...
hear me now. You can
Okay,
hear me
now,
now.
now, perfect.
Yeah, yeah. We just saw the news that FOMC has kept the rate flat as expected.
Yeah.
Ah,
How's everything
well,
going?
things are good. You tell us, how was your month?
So great, kind of finishing July. I
Hmm.
thought, okay, it's kind of the feeling of the summer, but it's not summer in crypto or in business anymore.
I told you guys this year there is not going to be any summer.
It's fully true. It's fully true.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we will
This
miss
year
someone
is
today, right?
sorry.
We will miss someone today.
Yes, today we don't have our dear friend and our CEO Bart with us, and that means that we can be funny about things. And because he scolds us a lot, don't say this, don't say that, blah blah blah. So I'm feeling like a bit more. There is more freedom today. Just kidding. Yeah,
Yes, yes,
I'm just
definitely.
messaging you right now that stop us if you can. Uh,
I don't think so.
no, I'm doing it right now. You will see. I will message on the group.
No, no, but he will not stop right now, at least
No,
right
he will
now.
not.
Yeah,
He's in the city. He's a country where he would be sleeping by now. So, khalas.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Great. Anyway, so how was the month work-wise? What was your highlight?
My highlight, I think this event that we collaborated in Dubai, I think it's a
Hmm.
really big highlight on the month. But I will let you talk about that because you were
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
From my side, a lot of things going on. As I say,
Hmm.
never thought that it will be so active and a lot of things going on, even in the B2C side as well. And even personally
Yeah.
speaking as well. A lot of many things are rolling, so there is no summer. And I remember you told me.
Hmm. I told you this year there's no, like this last month, if you remember, the whole sentiment around Ethereum and the alts was so different. But what has happened in the last 4 to 6 weeks really has turned the perspective. Oh, we have amazing. A lot of people are here. No, I think what do you call it? There are a lot of things that is happening, and um, please wait. What is he saying? Please wait with the live for 3 minutes. Okay, let's wait for 3 minutes because I think the FOMC just dropped in, and I think people are getting consumed. So maybe we can just talk about the things a couple of minutes around FOMC and how things are looking. But yes, before that, I'm in Istanbul right now, and I just arrived this evening. I have some work here, but on 1st of August, we are having a community event here. One very big community, Altcoin Turk. Yeah, they are hosting us. They are doing a ZIGChain Connect in Istanbul. I think details are there already on social media, on Twitter, and everywhere. So if you are in Turkey, you have to register. You have to come. So yeah, that's that. And I think I had a very interesting conversation with one of my friends today around the interest rates and how things are. And I was telling him that I am actually very comfortable with rates not going down, and I'll tell you why. And that's a very selfish kind of a mindset. That reason is that once the rates start going down, markets will start moving up rapidly, and the targeted rate will come very fast. And we don't want that. We want things to be slow, calm down, cool, slow, in a way. So I'm very happy with that. But like interesting piece of data came today. US third quarter GDP, I think, or second quarter is targeted to be 3%. Now, if you remember, 3 months ago, everyone was like, recession is coming. And I'm like, where is recession, guys? It was targeted to be 2.5, it came to 3%. But I think this gives another reason to the Fed that, they don't want to do the cut. They are like, growth is high, inflation will remain higher, and it's sticky inflation. So why should we cut the rate? But yeah, I mean, let's see. But before we start, I have a question from you, David.
Yeah, sure.
What is the value of the $1 that was invested in Ethereum 6 weeks ago?
In
In Ethereum 6 weeks ago.
6 weeks.
6 weeks ago. You invested $1 in ETH 6 weeks ago, no?
I don't remember that. Okay, we have the joke of the dollar, but I don't remember that.
I'm just, I'm just, I'm just trying to pull this out that ETH has
Okay.
moved like 60%. Come on, man, you killed the joke.
Yeah.
Shit, fuck it.
Yeah, yeah. Someday I will be needing to somehow show my portfolio or something like that. But anyways, let's keep with the joke. No issue with that.
Amazing. No, so I think Ethereum has done really well. First of all, I think today I think it's been 10 years since Ethereum came to life. I think, and we can truly say that Bitcoin was a move, was something that came out of desperate need and the need of an hour. But what Ethereum has done truly to blockchain and crypto, this is like massive. No one can replicate that, and it is so big that it kinds of eclipse everything. And I think it shows us a great mindset that what Ethereum Foundation and all of them are doing. So that I think it's fantastic, and we should celebrate it. It has given inspiration to everyone out there. It has given inspiration to us as founders, to the communities, that financial freedom and financial inclusion is pretty much possible by cutting out the inefficiencies of the current financial system. So I think it's a reminder to everyone that even if you're not the first mover, you can still win. You can still do really, really great things. And because Ethereum, I think, came 6 years after Bitcoin. So yeah,
And
that's
today,
that.
today is the
10th
Ethereum day, right?
anniversary. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
anniversary.
10th anniversary. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But maybe you can explain, because if I'm not, please let me know if I'm wrong. But they kind of unlocked a lot of Ethereum. So from my side, not as an expert at all in that side, but I thought if they unlock it, maybe some sells, and maybe the price it can go down a little bit at
Which
least.
unlock?
And it did just the opposite. I think it was 3 of July, and then at that day just started to going up the price.
Happens. Markets are forward looking always.
So
Um,
yeah, so
happened in the
it's just
past
the
as well.
opposite that I expected.
Markets I'm telling you, markets are forward looking, like uh, they actually price in the things before they happen, and then they happen, they're like, yeah, fuck it, we know it. So yeah, that's it. But I think what Ethereum has enabled is for the true institutional money to come in, and for blockchains like ours to actually dream, to finally bring those big players like this is a good point to talk about a little bit about the Apex partnership. I want to give a very big shout out to Ahmed. I think the community knows him very well, but I think he's the true mastermind who worked on this, who enabled this. So I think a big shout out to him once again. Obviously people hear from us many a times, but there's a big team effort going at the back end, and this one was like literally this is something that he led like anything, and he did a fantastic job managing extremely difficult partners and difficult people at different ends. And this is a journey. It's starting the journey. I think it's going to be a long way. But what does it mean really? So there is something coming up tomorrow. So previous weekend, Ahmed and we actually shot a video in our Dubai office. So we created like a canvas, and we explained in this end-to-end tokenization on. Yes, there's a question: how will ZIGChain profit from the tokenizing real-world asset? Hold this question till tomorrow and you will get the answer. There is a video that we made. It's a 12 minutes video, but trust me, you would not want to miss that. We're gonna post it, and we actually explained end to end that okay, how the tokenization actually fixes the broken DeFi and takes the yield all the way from the origination to the end user. And how is that, like we keep hearing that, yeah, these great opportunities, coming in and and all that, but we actually have broken it down in that. And this is where this partnership with Apex means a lot, and I'll slightly touch base on that. So what does it mean? Apex is a $3.4 trillion fund manager, which is almost the size of the crypto market. It is huge. What do they do is that, so right now, we need to understand that any big investment that happens in the world, it happens through funds. You don't really invest directly into the companies and do all that, right? um, so basically, Apex, especially in the Middle East and in the greater Asian markets, is the biggest fund administrator. Through this partnership, we will get access to these larger funds and the investors of those funds. So we suddenly are in a position where we are able to explain to them that why tokenizing these funds on blockchain are actually making it cheaper in long term to even launch funds. Because right now there's a cost to launch for the hundreds of thousands of dollars. By using blockchain, how do you reduce in a long term? Obviously, you will not reduce it with the first and the second fund, but eventually. And then by tokenizing these funds, then you enable the retail liquidity. Retail liquidity, again, initially might not be that big out of like the whole portion, but ultimately it is retail that drives the bigger narrative and the greater distribution, far more stickier, and it serves a real purpose. It cuts out a lot of intermediary parties. um, there is an event happening on 26th of August in Singapore, and I'm invited there to speak. This is one of the largest fund management asset allocators conference that is happening in Singapore. So I will be hopping out of Indonesia, going to Singapore for a day, and going to be giving a keynote there specifically on this. So Apex is now in that position that is opening doors for us, and not only that, but the tokenized funds that you will start seeing popping up on ZIGChain. Think of it like this: that every blockchain talks about technology as an infrastructure layer, right? We are providing um, tokenization technology, a highly regulated license on the institutional side, highly regulated license on the retail side, as well as the one of the largest fund admin. All is a clubbed it into a solution for anyone who wants to come and build on our chain. So we have literally laid down the what do you call them, the infrastructure for the tokenization. Okay, question has come in. How Apexium works in Zig? Her favor, go deeper, please. Okay, I'll take this one question. I'll take this one question and then we can move into the other thing. So think about it like this. Pick a blockchain. Pick a blockchain. You tell me that um, what are these blockchains governing actually? Like, so how are, okay, let's take a step back and think about the blockchain valuation. How are blockchains valued today? They're valued based on the amount of TVL that they have and the revenue that they generate, right? Um, So what do you need for the revenue? You need a revenue for TVL to be active, right? More and more transactions to come in. Um, by tokenizing assets, like for example, let's go into the Apex later on, but let's talk about the TVL and revenue first. By having more TVL on chain, be it tokenized or DeFi or whatever, it allows you to have more and more revenue. When you have more revenue on the application level, that means more builders will come in. That means more and more activity. That means that your validators are rewarded better, right? So essentially, and then that generates a demand for your native asset as well, right? More and more people are seeing that, okay, this chain is highly active, so it is giving better, like the revenue reward, gas rewards, and all that. That means that if my yield as a validator would be very high, I'm rewarded highly for validating transactions on this chain because this is doing the real business. So essentially, when the larger amount of TVL you do that, that means there is more and more transaction, larger amounts there, more and more activity, more and more retail activity. That means more transactions, more revenue coming, both on the application side as well as the blockchain side. And that means that the validators of the blockchain, they would want to stake more and more, Zcoin or native asset, any blockchain, right? That they would want to stake more so that they can get a larger share of the revenue. That ultimately takes the supply out of the market and there is more demand. And it's economics 101, right? When the supply is limited and the demand goes up, what happens to the native assets? The chart only goes one way. But that applies to every blockchain. This is why Solana and Ethereum and the blockchains that have been able to, capture a niche and enable those ecosystems and those dApps, they have done well, right? Um, and similarly, like the idea, the thought process that I'm having with these things is that, people talk about RW as being a $16 trillion market, but I disagree. I think the target should be the $120 trillion, what you call that, $120 trillion fund market. And then it becomes a true blockchain growth flywheel and a brilliant network effect. If you guys know about Amazon, how is Amazon became Amazon? Because of this flywheel effect, right? That
Totally.
every time you have a new customer that comes in, it adds value not only to itself but to the network and to the other guy as well. So it starts moving like that. And I fundamentally believe that obviously we are not a blockchain exclusive for the RWA, but in terms of the larger fund managers coming in means that we will be tokenizing larger and larger funds. We have obviously a lot of other topics to talk about today, but I'll just add one more thing. Yes, Apex is going to add direct TVL to ZIGChain because they are going to be the fund admins. So, and by the way, we are not even going to be exclusive. This is the first fund manager that you heard about. There'll be more coming, and even bigger names might come. So, any fund that we tokenize, Apex would be to start with, Apex would be the fund admin for that. Yes, they will be adding the direct TVL to that. But yes, I mean, I think this is fantastic for us because a great validation. The event was fantastic. In fact, interestingly, like 250 or 300 people came into the event, and I think out of that, only 10 to 15% would be were from crypto. I saw more suits than t-shirts that day. They were like bankers, VCs,
This is
private
a good
family
signal.
office.
Well, I don't know if it's a good, but I mean, it's a
Well,
category,
no,
right?
well, it's a category that you have to target because like it's just that you need to tell them that, guys, listen. When we talk about retail, we say that okay, the blockchain should be beautiful when the retail should not even know that they are using blockchain, right? Same is
Yeah.
the case with the institution. You if you go to them and tell them, we will give you this tokenized solution, and then you need to have this infrastructure and that and blah blah blah. Does not work, right? You have to tell them that whatever you are doing, you keep doing, and at the back end, blockchain will make it efficient. If they are okay to pay the same price, great. The margin for the business goes up, which is great, you know. But you need traditional finance liquidity. Reality is that DeFi in the current shape is broken or not, if we accept it or not. But in 2021, I mentioned it on Twitter and the last blog as well that in 2021 the DeFi was like $170 billion. Today it is $130 billion. Actually has gone down, you know,
Yeah.
because the extractive nature, unfortunately, it's fine. It's fine to kickstart the ecosystem, but you really need to bring in the real world yield on chain. And this is the only way where we can justify these billions and billions of dollars of valuations. We need to start thinking of blockchains as real businesses. We need to start looking at valuation not as a function of growth, but as a function of revenue. So yeah, that's on that.
By the way, you were commenting before, and just to give another point there regarding institution versus retail and high net worth individuals. I mean, both together, retail and high net worth individuals, they are quite bigger than institution. I mean, they have a lot of power. So just
Yeah,
enabling that they can enter in some opportunities through that tokenization is where the opportunity comes. So,
yeah, yeah,
and we will be
absolutely.
so lucky there, and we will have a really good position, and everyone that is on board.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to again market the upcoming video for tomorrow that people gonna love it. I'm starting to feel like a content creator, that yeah. So, like it would be a great video. It will explain end to end what's happening, because the thing is that we can keep talking about what we're doing, but I think now we are in a phase where we want to show what we are doing. And I can tell you guys, inshallah, that the first tokenized fund is coming very soon. Like it is coming so soon that it isn't touching distance. Yeah. So, anyways, so
You need
along
to
with
stop
that, but I
yourself,
think
right?
absolutely, absolutely. See, this is where I miss Bart. He would have like cut it. But he also says things. Like it's not. He's the real Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, something like that.
Yeah. So I think, but I think this is one side of the thing. The very important side of the thing, which is a public functioning blockchain, and everyone knows that we talked about. There are things that are going to happen for the public to start using it. I'm very proud to say that I think we have progressed on that faster than we thought, and I believe I again this is when I'm going to take the advantage of Bart not being here. Inshallah, I think soon we should be able to give the date as well. And because you see, because there's a lot of public element into it, right? So for example, the RPC partnerships and the relay partnerships that are coming already, and those partnerships are actually to these are not like the marketing partnerships. They're actually deployments that are getting done. Oracles are coming, RPC providers are coming. All these are to secure the blockchain. And I can tell you without taking the name that one of the largest bridges in the world is almost done with ZIGChain. So that would be great for us for ZIGCoin to bridge on ZIGChain from ERC20 and BNB chain, and I think Solana as well. So all these things are happening. We are very close to that. Um, the Zig Labs team obviously keep giving me the report on things is that the dApps are moving at a very fast pace, and the smart contract audits and everything are happening those things are something which happens in stealth, and suddenly when they say boom, it's done, right? So those things are happening. It is very interesting to see this ecosystem kind of growing up. So that's that.
Somebody in the
Um,
chat wrote, Rafa is creating an Avenger team.
I'm just a gardener, I'm a gardener. We all are gardeners. We are planting plants, hoping for them to become mango trees. All of us are gardeners, basically.
Yeah.
Um, you know. So by the way, we announced a very interesting partnership with Zero, Shadow, and Range. I don't know how many people know about them, but this is very exciting because these are exactly the people who would keep the blockchain safe. Because you see, we can and we are, and inshallah nothing bad gonna happen, but then you need to have a plan B, plan C, plan D. That if something goes wrong, if something rogue comes up, if something does something, how would you be you know able to kind of contain things? So this is where range and zero shadow comes in. Extremely important to have those kind of partners. Exchanges have started announcing their integrations with ZIGChain. I think Bluefin has already announced. LCX is going to come. Sndx is coming, and I think
You can
which
mention
else are
them?
done? I think MEX. Best of luck
Okay.
stopping me. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's take advance then.
No. These are the things that obviously everyone knows we have great relationships with them. So yeah, and the larger exchanges are coming. I think MEXC is also done. Sendix is done. Gate is also done. But that would what it means is that um,
Adoption
uh,
is coming, basically.
it will allow, yeah, so it will allow any token when it launches on ZigChain, they can be listed on those blockchains. Question. Okay, we are going to gather all the question in the end, and we're going to answer it. So guys, keep throwing your questions. I love the right side now. Today it's like more than 100 questions already. That's great,
Yeah.
fantastic. So
Pretty active.
yeah, what's up on the B2B side, Bart? Tell us about it. What's happening there?
So we are working with several profiles that they are in contact with companies that not only for themselves. And the interesting part is that we are connecting with companies that they are already having customers that they are needing
Hmm.
our infrastructure. And this is quite interesting. I have some examples. I
Hmm.
don't know if I
Yeah.
can disclose, so I prefer to avoid to mention, at least for now, but it's pretty interesting. Some companies they want to engage with the infrastructure that we are creating and even building things for the infrastructure that we have right now, and they want to put in connection some of their customers to us through the infrastructure. So this will be bringing to the same basically, because in the end it will be AUM, TVL, and everything. Whenever we are going to an event, recently we were in Paris in an AI event.
Hmm.
Many different
Hmm.
companies that they are more in the investment field and everything, but they are doing things on AI connected with our guy there, Joseph, from my team, and really great connection. I think you already met with one of those guys, if I'm not
Yeah,
wrong.
he came to Switzerland all the way. If he came to Dubai from Switzerland all the way.
Yeah. So yeah, we are doing great connections. We are exploring some different channels. The good thing is that we are in connection and in contact and relation with many people that they are pretty well connected as well. So yeah, pretty, happy with it, with the results so far.
That's fantastic. I think one of the themes that I'm seeing is that when we talk to these potential distribution partners, let's as I call them, they're very interested in obviously the crypto managers are there, but they also are very interested in seeing these tokenized funds and tokenized assets being on chain and then distributing it, which is very interesting and important as a layer, right? Because all of this will be on ZIGChain and it directly benefits the blockchain. Um, so yeah, there's that. And other than that, I think one more thing, obviously, that plays into our benefit is that our whole thing is kind of complied and kind of it's regulated, right? So that helps as well. Um, Also, one thing which is very interestingly happening is our blue book is coming into place around the community event. This is something that uh, we have been fantasizing about, that would there ever be a time that community and the community leaders would lead the events themselves, but I think we have seen it this year so far and it is getting multiplied very rapidly.
By the way,
So
sorry to cut
yeah,
you. Now that you mentioned, okay, you commented at the beginning that you are in Turkey.
yeah, I'm in
I will
Istanbul right
be,
now. Yes.
yeah, I will be in Ibiza, the island, in some days. And just if anyone from the island, it will be there during August, be in contact. The good thing is that I'm in connection with a Bitcoin community and crypto community there, and even that is not the best month for that part of the world, basically, because they are, everyone is pretty busy there in the summer, but they will do whatever is needed in order to meet and share things between us. And
So we are
exactly
now
what you
expecting a
mentioned.
Zik Ibiza.
Sorry.
We are expecting Zik Connect Ibiza.
Something like that. I mean, this is something that I want to bring to the people there, that it will be so great that it can be a sick connection there. Doesn't need to be even
Yeah,
meet. I'm going every year, and even more than once per year
yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
there. So, but this is something that the community need to be, bringing themselves with our help for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah,
But
and we saw that in Amsterdam. First we saw that in Karachi. Uh, you met your girlfriend in Istanbul last year. I hope she's still your girlfriend or at least wife or something. Uh, just kidding. So we saw that in Karachi in February. Like the community locally in Karachi, they actually they found out that Bart is coming to Karachi, and I'm obviously in Karachi, so they said let's do an event, and they organized everything, and we were just guests there, which was great. And then we saw the glimpse of his in um, what glimpse of that in Dubai as well. But then we saw that in Nigeria. One of our community leaders, he came to us. He said, "I want to do that." He did it, and then our friend Stasher and his community, they have like set up a gold standard, which is tough to beat even for them. When they did it in Amsterdam, same thing, like we were guests there, and we were surprised the kind of powerful display that happened. And now
it's
there
amazing.
is there are two happening now. So these our friends at All Point Turk, they found out that I'll be in Istanbul, and we're there. So they are organizing one. Invites are public; everyone can come, which is great to see. I think we are expecting 200 to 300 people. That's fantastic. And then in Bali, we are doing an event in Bali. I think it's yet to be announced because CoinFest Bali is happening. And one of the biggest influencers of South Asia, he has told me that he will pull a even bigger show than Stasher. So Stasher brother, you have to be there to see it yourself. You have a challenge, and you know the guy who's gonna do it. He's your friend as well. So
Interesting.
that yeah, so that guy, I cannot take the name until it's announced, but there is a very big influencer who has branded Zik Connect as his thing, that Zik Connect buy and his name, and he's like taking care of everything, and obviously we will assist in the things that we need to, but it will be and we will see some other ecosystem players as well. But I think these, yeah, yeah.
Sasha says, keep
Shall I
dreaming.
say keep dreaming? Yeah. No, but last, yeah, I know, your boss form is different. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Especially, that guy. I'll tell you. It will be interesting. But the thing is that this is the thing that towards the end of the year, I have received someone's interest to host an event in Abu Dhabi around the Finance Blockchain Week and Grand Prix F1 and the Solana Breakpoint. So obviously, whatever
The
assistance we can
one that it
provide.
will be close to the Formula
Yes.
One dates, right?
Yes,
I
and
think.
I have the tickets for you already. So yeah,
Okay,
be there.
I take your words.
Yeah, no, no, no. I got invited. Like last year, I was there. I told you, right? So yeah, but the thing is that this is great, right? From there, we got to get, and it happened in Madrid as well. Same thing. We met a lot of community. Idea is that we cannot be putting effort ourselves every time in doing grand events. Yes, we will do our marquee events. We are already talking within us that inshallah our ZIGChain Summit Part 2 should happen in Dubai around Token 2049 next year. We're thinking about how to make it even bigger, like 5,000, 10,000 people kind of an event. How do we do that? We're talking about it. But these are marquee events. We can do it once a year and then a pop-up here or there. But mainly, it is like a dream concept, like a Solana super team, where the community takes charge. Obviously, the foundation supports, but community take charge. So I think that would be fantastic to see more and more of those. And wherever we can participate, more than happy to do so. But these events like Nigeria one happened without us. Yeah. Let's take some
What can be,
questions. Yeah, sorry.
maybe it can
Go
be
ahead.
of help if we, explain openly to if anyone listening that it can be today or it can be on the record. I mean, it can be later because it will be recorded. So if anyone listen that and they want to make the SIG connect on their city, on their country, what they need to do? Is there any specific email, website, or
They
something
can
that
DM. They can DM. They can DM me. They can DM Zichin. There are many channels to connect us. If there is a will, there is a way.
so through
Um,
X and
through X,
directly
yeah,
connection?
yeah, absolutely. Like and like warm connections are always preferred. So if you know someone who know us, put a warm
It will be
introduction,
a
and
direct connection.
correct, correct. We have the friends from Amana DeFi here as well. We've been talking to them. Very interesting people. Oh, by the way, there are a couple of very interesting dApps coming on ZigChain. By the way,
Dasher Capital.
one of them is extremely interesting, and there is a very high chance that we are going to actually do their seed round as well. We're actually having discussion, and we have two very big VCs joining us, most likely to invest. They are solely building on ZigChain, most likely again. Yeah, looking forward to that. But let's take some questions. I think the first one is best. I want to take that, asking when Binance. You want to answer that?
I think.
You want to answer? You want to answer that? Answer that this time, David. You answer the question this time. When Binance? Tell us.
Ask Binance. I think this is the best
Like,
answer.
ask Binance. Ask Binance. Exactly. Richard Tang is having an AMA tomorrow morning. Flood him. 2 p.m. I think UTC or something, or I don't know. It's there on the Binance. Flood him. Ask him. Why?
Exactly.
When Lizig? Ask
Create
him
a
as a chief.
hashtag like when sick, and flat
Yeah.
Binance when directly.
Absolutely. Exactly. So one question very interesting came in.
It can be something for a stasher. I just said.
Just saying, stashes are very powerful. But like we have a lot of community members there. We have people from NGOs community here today, I can see, and from Wiz. And yeah, so Bull is even here as well. So that's great to see. Um, there's a great question that is just since you're so focused on RWA this much, how superior is RWA TVL compared to normal TVL? It is a great question, I think, and I think we need to break it down to see basically to the basic to the older concept. I was saying that it is like asset under management, and the TVL, which generates you the revenue and which is the real yield generating TVL, is the one that is more beneficial. And this is why the RWA TVL is much more powerful than the normal TVL. I'm not saying, by the way, that normal TVL is not good. Lending, borrowing, LPs that are getting locked, all of that is fundamental to even have a budding RWA ecosystem on the chain, right? But what RWAs do is if you do it smartly, then the kind of revenue that it generates, it's much more superior than the normal TVL. And I think this is why it is better for the blockchain. Obviously, it generates yield for the end users, but it's for the better for the blockchains as well. Think about it like this. Basically, if you do it rightly, you are essentially behaving like a mixture of a BlackRock and a fund and an investment bank. Basically, so you see how much money they make. The chain would be making, chain and the dApps would combine be making that kind of a money. So that answers the question. Let's see. There are other questions as well. I think tell us something about the look, I want to be next. One second. Can you see the question? Okay. Some guys asking about the security. Obviously, we cannot exactly say what's been done on the security, but for example, look at these partnership with Range and Zero Shadow. It is a step towards that. We are once the chain is about to go live for public, you will see our governance structure as well. That is also something that has been created with the security in mind and how it would elevate from being a private validator network to more public network by looking into that, how stable the chain is, how secure the chain is. So all these things are being done. Obviously, security has been the number one priority, not today. It's been the case for last 8 years, right?
Yeah.
And even in Signal, like on the product side, where obviously the thing is that you are getting attacked every single second all the time, and it is essentially and this is a very thankless job, and I know that like people take it for granted, but biggest of the biggest blockchains have gotten hacked. Ethereum had a problem, Sui recently had a problem, Solana had a problem, BNB chain had a problem. So from a security standpoint, you have to take care of two, three things. One obviously is your deterrence, that okay, how much can you stop this to happen? But then you have to create a plan B that God forbid, if something happens, what would be your action? So you create that action plan, and then what would be your communication skill? What would be your communication style? Basically, what are you telling people? How fast are you? Because you need to be prepared. Because those are the time when the community is the most vulnerable. You don't want to lose community, and by community, your users as well. So it is
This is
extremely
like
important.
this exercise that we do at least yearly regarding the post-mortem
Yeah,
analysis
yeah,
and anything that can happen. It involves the security as well and the procedures and
absolutely.
everything.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then another interesting question our friend has asked is what unique features justify running a separate ZIGChain mainnet? I think we have talked about it a lot of time that why there is a need of a purpose-built blockchain. I think 10 years ago when the blockchains were coming up, they were more fighting on the infra level, like where you're fighting for the gas fees, transaction speed, and all that. But that time has gone. Like the technology has become so better, so smarter and faster that you don't need to really spend that. But what you need is a purpose-built blockchain where you can actually say that what is it built for. For us, it is basically for wealth creation, means the financial inclusion part. And this is why, essentially it can happen on the other chains as well, and it will happen. But point is that how do we curate into our messaging? How do we curate our support even to the dApps that they come in and build what is good for to achieving that goal? Obviously, there'll be memes on the chain, there will be games, there'll be NFTs, everything. But how are they even contributing towards a single goal, which is to have the larger wealth generation ecosystem? And that goes down to the very DNA of everything that is getting built on the chain, right? So obviously things that we build, things that we facilitate, everyone knows that the RWA is something that where we are getting more involved as compared to the other things. Um, and again, like there is a whole rationale behind it because we want the blockchain to be the home for that. So there is obviously there is a lot, there are a lot of blogs around it as well you can find on our social media. Is there no plan for a crypto.com listing of the ZIC token? You should ask crypto.com, number one. And number two, okay, I can tell you we are actually having a chat with crypto.com. So it might happen.
They can ask as well.
Are we in the phase two already? I think we are in the phase three, if I'm not mistaken. Will there be an app soon so it's easier to use? What? Zigbee has a web app already. And we will have TVL from day one. Absolutely, you will have TVL from day one. That's the whole point. Well, day one, day two, but point is that as so the way we are trying to do it is that obviously there is a infra level and a security level and things that we need to do on a blockchain, but we are keeping a very close coordination with the dApps that are building on a blockchain, and we want to make sure that the primitives are live within the very few days of the chain being launched. So there might be a case that a couple of them might be launched on day one, couple after a week, something like that. But yes, like this is where the focus is, and as I said before, early bird catches the worm, I think. So the ones who bridge in first and start using the starts getting the TVL and the DeFi yields first, they will make the most money. There is absolutely no doubt about it. Will there be more staking program ahead after staking program ends? There will not be any more staking program, but validators, guys, validators like staking. So you can delegate your tokens into the validator that you like. There will be a lot of so initially there'll be some limited validators, private network. It will keep growing. So yeah, I mean, it will also give a good yield. I think we have 187 million tokens as a foundation grant toward the staking towards a validator reward over the next 5 years, I think. So that is that. Okay, I'm going to the top again. When ZIGChain Amana, brother, you tell us when ZIGChain Amana. I'm waiting for you guys. Uh, how many dApps do you have in the pipeline? That's the thing. We don't create dApps. Developers and the founders create dApps, right? How many are we talking to? Dozens and dozens. How many are we interested in? Many of them. How many are we going to invest in? A very few, because we need categorical alignment. How many are currently in pipeline? Quite a few, actually. Quite a few. What does role Zamanat play in the partnership in this partnership? So Zamanat is a very interesting player. Zamanat is the world's first RWA, a Sharia compliant RWA tokenization platform. They have the license and everything. The team is very is solid. Like obviously, we have done some strategic alignment there. We will talk more about it in the future. But the team is fantastic. They're ex-investment bankers, blockchain experts. They have people from fund management on their board. They have people from um, a lot of academics and finance people on their board, and they are the ones who are actually sourcing deals. We as blockchain, we don't source deals. This is not our job. We actually lay down the foundation, and we bring the couple of bigger partnerships, but they are the ones who are sourcing deals. And if I am not mistaken, Zamanat already has a $5 billion of tokenization pipeline across four sectors, which are private credit, private equity, real estate, and infrastructure, which includes
Amazing.
the AI GPU infrastructure as well as oil and gas. One of the guys on the Zamanat team has come from a very solid DIFC banking background, and because obviously I keep a very close relationship with them, so I see the kind of a deal flow that they are bringing is pretty crazy. Um, does bridging TradeFi into DeFi provides daily liquidity? Absolutely. So do watch the video tomorrow that we're gonna post. Again, I'm marketing my own video, but you will understand the end to end. So I will not redundantly waste time today. I will create some suspense. Watch it tomorrow. Oh, who is asking this? Okay, wait a second. How is ZIGChain tokenomics model designed to incentivize both network security and long-term value creation? How are speculation and inflation managed within it? I think that is pretty much out there. I think the extra tokens that on which the community voted last year, and they are going to come and play an important role. So there are two interesting segments there. One is the ecosystem fund, which is exactly for the long-term incentives, and there is a staking subsidy, which is again for the security and validation of the blockchain. So I think there is enough in the tokenomics. There's enough juice there to have a very long-term, sustainable kind of reward system for both. But we don't want to give bounties. We don't want to give those stupid things where you just give out the reward and nothing happens. We don't want the bounty hunters,
It
basically.
just they just drain, you know. So
Yeah.
the
Do
proper
you
thing
take
is
the
to
Yeah,
those protocols that they are bringing real value because they are creating yield, they
yeah,
are creating
yeah,
profit and everything. Yeah,
yeah, absolutely. Do you take the market into account when launching new upgrades? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's something that we see, keep building, keep throwing. You can time in the market is greater than timing the market. Understand that. And
exactly,
and
exactly.
print that on your walls, guys. Like we are not that kind of a project that just came last year doing and during AI boom, and then now whenever there's a green ETH candle, we will just post out a random news saying, guys, we are doing this and that. No, it is not like that. We are 8 years old. Even our token is 4.5 year old. We have a history. We are like, yes, obviously, good market supports everyone, but you cannot be like that. Okay, I will do this and that when the market happens. We are literally doing something every week, right? Cannot stop
And we
doing
launched
it.
it in a bear market.
Yeah, the day we launched was the peak of that cycle, 2021. So we are the beer players, like survival is in
Even
our
we, I
blood.
would say that even we take more attention to build or more focus on the resources on building in kind of bear markets because we
Yeah,
can
yeah,
focus there during those periods. So it's just
yeah.
the opposite, like the people is thinking, I think.
Absolutely, absolutely. Interesting question. Can you explain in baby language how the public can use ZIGChain plug and play system to benefit from all these RWA fund partnerships? Watch my video tomorrow. You will understand. Watch our video tomorrow. But see, I'll tell you very, very honestly. There is a mechanism now in place that, okay, let me spill something. Okay. It will be possible for you to buy a share. Okay. It will be possible for you to take exposure, let's say in OpenAI on AutoSwap. You see, it will be possible. How it will happen, we'll tell you tomorrow.
Interesting. So this is just a pill. So
Yeah.
if you want to learn more, watch the video tomorrow.
Watch the video tomorrow. Tomorrow's video. If any plans on ZigChain could launch a yield bearing RWA back using stablecoin in the future, guys, listen. If you want to launch something on the ZigChain, please. We are not going to launch a USD on RWA back something. Actually, someone came to me. He wants to do a USD based on Sharia compliant RWAs on ZigChain, and that guy is supposed to send me a proposal next week. And I would love to have a look at it because I think that would be fantastic because
Um,
you can navigate around a lot of regulations if you have this is a volt token concept, like that you are putting a dollar and that dollar is going into those tokenized assets or whatever funds and all, and then you are getting a yield on the token. This is a very nice concept and I would love for someone to build that. Like if you're building that, if you have a good plan, we'll put in a big check. Do it. uh
actually, I remember a guy from a really big company in Spain that
mhm.
contacted to Bart and me both to have a meeting and everything, and it was regarding a stable coin. I remember. I don't know if maybe
Interesting.
it came forward or not, but
Time
there
to
are some
find his
conversations
contact.
on it. Yeah.
Time to find him again. And the question is the public mainnet is going to go live in Q3 or Q4? Q3. Definitely, inshallah, Q3. Um, if tokenized 10 billion RW, does that directly coordinate with the price? I think this is something that we have said many a times. I will repeat again and again and again. More TVL means more activity. More activity means more validators trying to validate, and more stake of your token means more demand of your token. So, yeah, that's your answer. Let's try that bowling action on stream. Brother, I'm not doing that on stream. That's not happening. That bowling action is not happening on stream. Yeah. Um, okay. Let's see, what do we have? Why? What do you think about Zik community? What do you think are they growing fast? Well, they love us. People love us, and we love them. We love community. Community love us. What else can we say? Yeah, but no, we are very grateful to the community. We are here because of them, and I think it's a two-way relationship. Uh, yeah. Okay, I think we have taken enough questions. We have covered almost everything. Is there anything left? I don't think so. This is done. Okay, cool.
I think the most important
S-
are covered.
yeah, yeah, I think most important are covered. Again, guys, I'm going to market my own video that's coming tomorrow. Guys, you need to watch that video. I'm telling you, we have done a good job. We shot that video in one go, and I was telling the editors that, listen, guys, you need to add some, like, you know subtitles and stuff like that. Do that, but don't cut a single thing, because we literally, like, 12 minutes of video, start to end, we did not break. Like, it's without rehearsal, by the way. No rehearsal, no practice, just one go. And we were, like, trying to tell ourselves that, okay, can we actually explain the shit that's happening? You know, the good shit, basically. And so, yeah, it will be very interesting. There are some great names in community. Special timeline. Guys, listen, anything that you ask for a specific timeline, trust me, we work on that logic. When we can give a specific timeline, we will give the specific timeline. Asking like this, okay, is it days or hours or weeks or months or don't do that. Like, trust me, it is for your own betterment. Okay. We don't want to give you anything half cooked. And trust me, again, it is in our benefit that we open the bridge and let you guys take your reward and the bridge and everything. That will bring the TVA, right? So days, hours, weeks. Trust me, you will listen on the social on our Twitter first. So yeah, but everything is like community first mindset. Okay, so don't worry about things. Again, as I said, that we were not born as a project yesterday, and we are not people hiding behind PFPs. Practically, people know where we live, so and we are here for a long time, and we are here for forever, kind of. So and we have done things in favor of the community always, and we will keep doing that. So, guys, don't worry. um
Actually, we took the most important decisions over the time for
yeah,
the community,
absolutely.
right?
Uh,
Since the beginning,
Absolutely.
basically.
Every single time when I say tokens are getting unlocked, I need to sell token. David is like, no, sir, we have to lock them again. I've been locking for 4 years. It's David, it's him. Open mainnet, it's been a month. There is much delay. Yeah, come on, guys. Like, look at this. What do I say? Open, it's been a month. It's only been a month. This is what we should be thinking. Only been a month. Only been a month. You know? Oh, amazing. What's the next partnership we can expect from ZIGChain? If I tell you, then it's a partnership, right? Right? Then what's left of it? So, but there is something interesting cooking. That Yeah, there are three things happening, and three or four things happening. Most likely, all of them gonna come in August, and hopefully, inshallah, next time when we have this session in August, we should be able to talk about all four of them. So, and all of four of them are of extremely high strategic importance. So now is like that phase where we have consolidated our wins, but now we are going more public with our wins now, right? And so yes, you'll be seeing a lot more partnerships, by the way, more on the integration side, more on the infrastructure, blockchain security, fund management, tokenization, like, really, from that perspective. Long-term aspects and growth of ZigChain. I am starting to suspect that this guy is a bot. This person is a bot, I think. Look
It
at the
can be. It can
It
be.
can be like, look at the question. Okay, long-term aspects and growth of ZIGChain.
He's
But
not part of
sorry,
the
David.
community, right?
No, no, he must be, because this is why he's here. But the question is interesting. Long-term aspects and growth of ZIGChain. Basic. Okay. Um, see, now this is a good question. Rafi sir, how you felt when community voted for 2 billion TVL, but not for 6 apps? I felt very bad, by the way, guys. This is not on. You guys don't care about me. Not cool. No, but then there was a good solution. Like there was a guy who said we can have 1.5 billion and 4 apps. So let's have something in between.
Don't play with the numbers.
Okay. Anyways. Okay, so I think a great session again today. Thank you everyone for joining. And can you tell more about PureVPN? PureVPN.com. Type on Google, you will learn more about them. PureVPN is one of the best, biggest VPNs in the world. They are also a very big cybersecurity company, and they are going to run a node on our blockchain. It has been announced. They are actually running something on the testnet as well, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's good. Um, okay, great. Thank you, everyone. Always available, always around. If you guys are anyone in Istanbul, would love to see you. If you are in Bali, would love to see you. If you are in Singapore, would love to see you. And
You're in Ibiza in August. I would love to meet as well. So yeah, just raise the hand, contact us, and we will,
And do watch the video tomorrow. Do watch the video
and
tomorrow.
watch the video tomorrow. Pure
Yes,
gold.
the most 12-minute, important 12 minutes of your life. Watch it. Okay, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, everyone. It was a pleasure.